Let's go back here. He's waiting back there.
Thank you so much. All of us are very concerned, and you mentioned the power of the purse. But of course, Congress isn't only spending money, it keeps creating new bureaucracies. There's one I've been watching, because I very much care about what's happening on college campuses right now with the Dept.of Education destroying due process, imposing ideologies on campus. Senator Gillibrand is pushing one called the Campus Accountability and Safety Act, which does nothing to stop sexual assaults. All it does is create more bureaucracy, more power, more imposition of ideology, more control over the campuses. And what I'm hearing is that Senator Alexander is saying he's not getting enough opposition from Republicans. He may just put it in the Higher Education Reauthorization Act. Somebody needs to stop the creation of new bureaucracies. That goes beyond reducing the funding of existing bureaucracies. So can anybody address how you're going to stop that particular new bureaucracy from being created?
I've not been following that one specifically, but maybe Mike has.
I learned about this a few weeks ago. This is news to me that he's thinking about putting it in the Higher Education Reauthorization Act. I'm glad to know that. I have some major concerns with it and how it would affect the due process rights of the accused. So, yeah, that's a big problem. And I think you also raise a very good underlying point, which is that in addition to reforming the process moving forward to make sure that we go through Congress to make laws, we first ought to stop the bloodletting. We first ought to stop the wound, close the wound so we don't expand the regulatory process and create more outsourcing of legislative power.
And your point that when new entities are created, then we're going the wrong direction. That is certainly the case. When these entities are created, then they feed on themselves, and they require more regulations to exist, and it just rolls. And how many times do we ever go in and extinguish one of these agencies or sub-agencies or offices? So it's a growing problem.
Matt, if I could,
Yes.
I have votes starting in committee in 15 minutes. I'm going to have to excuse myself, and as chairman of the committee,